Hey, hey, hey.
Hi. Welcome. All right, guys, we're on the Boss Chick series. Okay, Ife, I need you to go ahead and request me on Instagram. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now.
And I'm ready for you to get on this Instagram live.
Okay.
Yes.
You gotta give me 2 seconds.
How you guys doing? I'm gonna just talk it off while Ife tries to get on. Okay. How you been? Thank you guys for coming in on this live. I can't wait for you to get to know Boosther and what her mission is about. All right, request to join. Yeah.
Okay, I think I did it.
There we go.
Be good?
Yes, it's taking a second, but
Okay.
we're doing it. All right. Technology got us going out here.
Good, perfect.
All right, so you want to turn down one device so you don't get no feedback. There we go.
Can you hear me though?
Yes, I can.
You good? All right, perfect.
All right. Welcome, Ife, welcome.
Hey, sister friend.
How you doing?
I am doing good. How about yourself?
I'm great. I am so grateful to have you here on this live because, listen, I am a fellow nonprofit out here running this nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
Feedback. Do you have one of your devices turned down?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Mine is off. I don't know why.
Mm.
That's weird. You could turn on the computer and then leave the iPhone.
You said turn off the computer?
Turn down the computer, like mute it, and just use your iPhone.
It is muted.
Oh, I don't know what's going on, y'all.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. You sound a little low.
I do.
Yes.
Listen, all right, we got technical difficulties. We don't have technical difficulties. We ain't doing it right.
Okay, we gonna roll. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, it's all right. I just need to check. I think Facebook. I don't know what's going on Facebook. I don't know what's going on. Can you hear us on Facebook? Let us know. Drop a comment. Can you hear us? Bam. Facebook, can y'all hear us? Let us know. Insta, can you hear us? Do we sound good? Are you still getting feedback? All right. All right. Okay, we're working good on Facebook. We're good to go. They said they can hear us.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for letting me know you guys can hear. We're good to go. All right. All right. Welcome, guys. I am Christina Nelson, founder of Women of Empowerment Inc. And we're doing our Boss Chick series, okay? The Boss Chick series is about putting women out there, putting them out on the map, and allowing ourselves to team up as women, empowering each other and lift each other by supporting each other's businesses. So I'm here with Boss Chick Ife. I cannot say her last name. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try. She can say it for you guys. But I'm here with Boss Chick Ife, founder of Boosther. Please welcome yourself. Let them know. Say your first and last name for me, please.
Sure. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Yvette Orimolade. So we say it slow, Orimolade. I am the founder of Boosther Inc., where we empower women to be her most authentic self. Such an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love it. We empower women to be their authentic self. And I love your mission. What does being authentic look like?
It's irrespective person. It depends on her, whoever she is, and whoever she wants to be. I don't believe there's a cookie cutter fix in terms of what a woman is supposed to look like. We give you the liberty, we give you the freedom to decide what does authenticity look like to you.
That's awesome.
And we love you in the process, whatever it is.
Yeah. Right. That's what it's about, though. Love is so important. I love that you said that. We still love you in the process. While you're going, we still have to love you while you through your ups, through your downs, through the process of finding herself. Because discovery is everything. And the process of it all. And we're helping other people because that's what our mission is. We want to serve other women. You got to be able to love the person while they go through the process. Good, bad, and ugly, right?
Absolutely.
So, I wanted to talk about, how did you come up with the name Boosther?
Well, I was about 15 years old, and I had a very good friend at the time, which her mother was single, and she was dating a man at the time, and the man was paying the bills. So she wasn't financially literate. She wasn't financially educated, to say the least. And the man basically told her, it's either me or your kids. And sad enough, she picked the man because she wanted her bills paid, she wanted her hair done, she wanted her nails done, which are all nice and lovely things. But at that moment, at age 15, I decided a woman should never, ever have to pick between her kid and love.
If you just, this is so random, but I'm just thinking, if you were to discover another woman like that right now, what would Boosther do for that woman?
Where are you? Where are you struggling? Where are you stuck? And a lot of times it's just confidence. A lot of times we've gone through things that kind of knocks us off balance. And we keep living in the past, so to speak. So where are you? How can we help you? How can we serve you? And basically partner her up with different organizations, different professionals that can help her regain her strength, regain her sense of self, and allow her to be on that journey for herself. The disheartening part for me during that time, again at age 15, was that this young girl came home from school one day and she saw her stuff packed in a black trash bag with a note. And she had to live with us for some time. She had to live with other friends and other family for some time. And again, that was just a turning point for me where I said, I don't know what could be done, but I knew that something had to be done. And no matter how much I can impact, whether no matter how small, no matter how big, I had to do something. It was my obligation.
That's amazing. It was your obligation to definitely make the change for that woman.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Do you feel like, I always talk about the fact that purpose is built in you from the day you were born, that you just knew this was something that you're supposed to do. Do you feel like this is something that you were born to do, that you're walking in your purpose when you think of Boosther?
Today, yes. At the age of 15, again, it was just so, I think it was a big idea. It was a big concept that I thought was bigger than me. And it is not until I had my own life experiences that could have put me potentially in her situation and my friend's mother's situation that I realized this is why I had that idea. This is why I wanted to boost her. And now using my life experiences to mentor other young girls, other young women, it now makes sense. All the dots are connecting. But at that time, no, I didn't know.
Wow, that's amazing. What got you to the point where you said to yourself, okay, this is official. I want to be a nonprofit?
I was struggling for years. I was dealing with depression. And I even get emotional talking about it now, because in our community, we don't really talk about what mental health really is. It's frowned upon. Coming from a Christian home, it's pray, Jesus will help you, and he will. But there's some practical things that we need to do to help ourselves. And that wasn't talked about. And when I reached that point where, again, I lost it all, like mentally, like I didn't know if I was coming or going. And I started to write. And I said, you know what? I need to go back to Boost Her. There was a reason why I founded this organization 7 years ago. Now is the perfect timing. Now that I've come out of my depression, I've learned how to manage things that happen in life, manage myself as an individual. Now is the perfect time. It's now, literally, or never.
Right. I understand. I really understand. You know,
I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
I'm going to try to reconnect you. I lost you on Instagram.
Yeah, you lost my Instagram, but I still see you here.
I lost it, guys. So sorry.
It's all right. That means that it's a lot to share tonight. That's what that means.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. I'm going to get her back on Instagram real quick. Go ahead. Don't worry. It's all right. We're going to get it in. What needs to be said is going to be said. Nothing's going to stop us from saying it. We're talking about mental health, the importance of mental health. We're going to get Ife back on here real quick. Thank you guys again for your patience. Gotcha.
You're back on.
All right. This is crazy. Oh.
we're good to go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let's rock and roll again.
We're back on it. Round two, y'all. Round two. Okay. So, they can't hear us on Instagram.
Aww.
On Facebook, they're saying they can't hear us. All right, y'all. It is crazy how we have seven. Okay.
All right. Can you guys hear us on Facebook? Instagram, can you hear us? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear us. As a matter of fact, drop some hearts because we're talking about something good. Mental health. Mental health, the color for mental health is purple. Drop purple hearts in the comments if you can hear us. Purple hearts. Let me see it, guys. Purple hearts. Thank you for your patience and being on here, guys. Drop those hearts for me. Let me know if you can hear. Yes, thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you. All right, Insta. I know you guys are hearing a little feedback. I'm not sure why, but hopefully you can bear with us, guys. If not, if it's getting too crazy, you can go on to our Facebook page and listen to us on Facebook.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in and bearing with us.
Yes, thank you. So going back, mental health. I lost where we were. What we were
I was saying that I struggled. I struggled a lot in silence because I didn't feel comfortable sharing where I was in my mental state, it was frowned upon. It's frowned upon in our community. And being raised in a Christian home, it's all about Jesus and praying. Jesus is going to help you. And I'm not knocking that, he will, but there are some practical things that we can do for ourselves that I didn't have the strength to do. And it was at that moment when I started to regain my strength, reaching out then to seek help, that I realized, you know what? It's time for Boost Her. It's literally now or never.
Right. I love that. It's literally now or never.
Yes.
And that's how I feel about mental health. We have to really say it's about now or never. You have to choose you. How do you go about making someone choose themselves when it comes to that mental path?
You can't make anybody do anything. That person has to arrive there themselves. And, I would have my mom tell me, hey, I think you're depressed. And I'm just like, no, I'm not, Mom. Like, no, I'm not. I was in denial. But it was not until I was tired of feeling the way that I was feeling. I no longer saw in color. Like, everything was literally black and white. I had to arrive there myself. So in order to help someone to gain control over their mental health, they have to arrive there. Echo is back. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Guys, if the echo is bothering you, you can go on to the Facebook, Boostherinc Facebook. We're live there.
Yeah.
We are live there. Okay.
And so I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, it was just a choice that I had to make. And the disheartening part for me at that time was everybody looked at me as that strong friend, and that friend that had the answers all the time, and she just knew the right things to say and can talk you out of your rut. That I felt ashamed going to these same people saying, hey, I need help. All in all, check on that strong friend. Check on that strong friend.
I love that. I do think that the strong people often are holding it down for everyone else and they forget themselves. And I always push that when we talk about self-care and mental health. They align. As women, we're always forced to be stronger. We're always forced to be, well, we're not forced. We just know that we have to be strong for everyone. It's part of the nature, nurture aspect of being a woman. We want to make sure everyone's okay. But in the end, we forget ourselves. We're making sure everyone's good at work, everyone's good at home, husband is good, our child is good. But then who takes care of you when you're being strong for everyone else? I love that. So I wanted to talk about what some struggles you faced in the process of becoming a nonprofit organization.
For me, it was getting over self. I think a lot of times, well, in our generation, I would just say that. Let me not say in our generation. They make it more broad because it happens to other people as well outside of our generation. But I think a lot of times the struggle that I had was self. I allowed self to get in the way. I'll give you an example. I see a fellow sister who's doing something that I aspire to do. We may not do it the same way, but because she's doing it better than I am, or she's doing it right now in this moment, I can't go to that sister and say, sis, I need help. How did you do that? Right? So again, it's self. I let myself get in the way. Or I'm an introvert, but I can be an extrovert if I need to. So getting out of my comfort zone and say, hey, I want to partner with X, Y, and Z. Or this is common. I want to be in the forefront. I want everybody to know that I'm the one who did it. Again, self. So I think the biggest struggle in trying to develop the organization in itself is self. When you all boils down to it, it's self, just pure self. And I think in this time, or trying to do a nonprofit organization, we need to become more selfless, not in terms of extending ourselves and services to other people, but selfless in the sense of we're all in this together.
Yes.
If I have to use you as a ladder to come up, I'm going to do that. But I will also be there when you need me.
Yes. And this is what Boss Chick is about. The Boss Chick series is about me removing myself and realizing that in order for me to level up, I want to team up with women who look like me, who come from where I've come from, or even different journeys, but we're on the same path of empowering women and helping young women, whatever way we can. You know, it takes nothing as something simple as a phone call. Hey,
Mhm.
I saw your organization. I would love to collaborate. I think oftentimes it holds us back from doing what we need to do. And that's what you talked about. You know, when I first started out my organization, I was like, oh my God, what will people think when I try to do this idea? They might not like it. Or I don't think people are gonna, you're starting a nonprofit. How are you gonna get money? How are you gonna, those type of conversations, the naysayers are ready quick to knock down your dream. So you don't want to talk about the dream. And then you don't want to actually, act on it.
Yeah.
So I love that you try to get rid of that self and say, hey, I need to come out of my comfort zone. And you said that, you mentioned that. I saw your post this week. You were like, hey guys, this is so crazy. I said this year that I wanted to collaborate with other organizations and connect. And the first thing you did, I called you. That was
Right.
already alignment happening in that process. I hit you up like, hey, let's do this.
Intentionality, manifestation, it's all going to
Yes.
come full circle. You put it out there, as long as your heart is pure, guess what? It's going to come back. It's going to come back full circle.
Mm-hmm.
And it all makes sense.
It really will. It really will. Listen, when I think of Booster, I see your logo and I see that there's three women in a circle and they're lifting up that other woman. And that was so deep when I saw it. I was like, I went crazy over your logo. Call me crazy. I get excited over stuff like that. And I was just like, wow, like this is amazing. Like just looking at your logo alone, I was inspired. I just go ahead. I know you was gonna say something.
I was going to say shout out to JD, Jodane Craigman. He hooked me up. I said, hey, this is what I'm thinking. And he said, let's put the pens to the paper. This is 7 years ago and we did it. So thank you. I appreciate that.
So Booster has been around for 7 years?
It's been around for 7 years. I haven't done anything with Booster the last 7 years. I would mentor people here and there, but I never publicized anything. I never went on Instagram or Facebook because that's not really my thing. But this year again, I was just bent on I'm going to do something. No matter how small, I'm going to do something. And that's where we are now.
That's awesome. So listen, I'm gonna hold you accountable.
That's all right. I need it.
I'm gonna hold you accountable because the last 7 years was not acceptable. So now I'm like, okay, you check for me, I check for you, friend. And we make
That's all
sure
right.
that we're on the right track because there's work to be done.
I agree. Yes.
You said what was your motto? I keep hearing it. If it's not now, it's when?
It's now or never. Like
Now,
literally now or never.
Right. That motivates me, y'all. It's now or never. I love that. Okay, so the last 7 years, you spent some time doing, I would say you felt like you weren't doing enough, right?
Right.
Where do you see Boost Her in the next year? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to have different initiatives. I'm trying to partner up with different women organizations like yourself to help them bring about what their mission is, right? Because ultimately, like you said, my logo is 3 women and we're pushing up that 4th one, in the sky. And I want to live out my avatar. I want to live out my logo.
I love that. So how can we help? If you want to make this change in the next year and someone's on this live right now, how can they contribute to Booster?
Anytime we have initiatives, anytime we're supporting other women organizations and their initiatives, join on in. Don't look at it as I don't have enough or this is not enough or why should I don't matter. You do matter. You really do. So just join in, share, like, repost. If it's something financial that we need assistance with, be sure to do that to help bring about comfort to women, because that's ultimately what most organizations are trying to do, to heal a pain point that women are undergoing or going through.
Right. So I saw that you had a podcast. What is your podcast about?
So my podcast is my therapy. Okay. So I started the organization Boost Her for women, not knowing that I needed it for myself. Boost Her is a daily motivation for myself. Even if things are not going right, I'm going to boost her. And I do that in words and actions and what I feed myself. But the Courage podcast is speaking everything from my core. Anything from faith, love, relationships, family, we're talking about it. Sometimes I'm going to sound polished. Sometimes I'm going to sound like a city girl. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Just rock with me. But that's what the podcast is really about.
I love that. Guys, you need to go on. Are you on all platforms?
I am. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, go on to that so you can get that weekly boost. When do your episodes usually come out?
Wednesdays. I haven't done the last 2 weeks, but Wednesdays, every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Okay. All
You
right,
can definitely get a dose.
That's amazing. What is something unique about Boosther that we should know?
Authenticity. I've been there. I am not going to judge you. I know how difficult it is to know how you're feeling, but you're not able to put it into words. I've been there. Like, this is not anything that I'm reading.
Right.
This is real life experiences that I've experienced. So I'm not too far away. I'm human.
Right. Okay. That's awesome. How is it building a team when you have an organization? You're talking about leveling up in the next year. Do you have a team? Do you want people to join your team?
So right now I don't have a team. I'm working with one other woman that I've opened up to this year. And she's like, I'm on board. Like I'm there. So I don't have a team, but I do want a team of women who don't look at ourselves as competition, but really we're partners. We're in this life together, and you know, agreeing to partnering up to assist women in whichever capacity that we can. So I am open to anyone who wants to join on the team.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So if someone wants to join and they're serious, how can they contact you?
You can contact me by DMing me on Instagram. You can send me a message here on Facebook. You can send me an email at boostherinc@gmail.com. Boostherinc@gmail.com. And just put in the subject field, interested in partnering.
All right, guys. This is the mission to help boost her. I just love it. Guys, all you have to do is send that email. Come to one event. That's all it takes. Just to see the impact of the work that is being done. Purpose is real. I keep talking about walking in purpose and dreaming big. And it's time to dream big, Ife. Okay. You waited 7 years. Okay?
I did.
It's time to dream big.
But now it's time for takeoff.
Yes. We weren't idle. I was in that place too with my organization. I was in that place for a little bit, and it took me getting that one person to get joined onto my team, and she was just like, yo, we could do this. And in my mind, I never thought I could do any of these things. But she kicked me into overdrive to see like, okay, you can actually throw events on your own. You don't need to piggyback off of anyone else. You just need to be organized, strategic about what you want to do. And I didn't know anything about funding or anything like that. She really just taught me a lot of different things. And that's really having a friend that's aligned. I think that's the biggest struggle with having an organization is finding people who are really aligned with you. Alignment.
I think the biggest thing, honestly, is how do I say this? Going back to the Bible, writing down your vision and making it plain. If you're not clear with what it is that you're trying to do, it is very easy for people to come in and bob and weave out of your life, out of the life of the organization, and kind of derail you. And I think that that is something that I had to come to realization myself. In order for me to go somewhere, I need to be clear with what it is I stand for and what I'm trying to do. So that if something comes that does not align with that particular thing, I don't waste too much time because I know it's a distraction. So this meeting that we're having right now, this live that we're having right now, like I wrote it down, right? And it just fell right in place to what I wrote down. So I'm just like, for sure, right? But there are going to be some times where it doesn't align with what we wrote down, and it's okay to say, hey, now is not the time. But choosing the organization and allowing it to thrive is key here. And decision making can definitely impact the longevity of the organization. So yeah.
Yes, longevity is a huge. It like faces you every day. When you think about your organization, it's like, how can I have that longevity? Because you're not just building this just to build it. You want it to actually exist even when you're not here anymore. The legacy of it, the impact that it'll have is really important. There's
For
not a
sure.
bunch of organizations out here that naturally, you have big ones, but the ones that actually are doing the grunt work, those are the ones that struggle the most because they really
For sure.
care.
For sure. I agree.
So I got some speed round questions for you. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So where do you see yourself now that you know where you want to be in the next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you had one thing right now to help level up Booster, what would it be?
Some like-minded people. Because you can't do everything by yourself.
Right.
It's good to think that we can, but it's not humanly possible. So for me, it would be coming up with a team that buys into the vision and has the heart that I have. May not look like mine, but it bleeds the same thing, and that is to help uplift women.
Right. That's amazing. I actually want the same thing. I want the same thing.
And that's okay because, when you're not selling a product, right? It's kind of like you're marginalized.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's these other bigger organizations, not to knock them, but I think sometimes people get lost in the bureaucracies, right?
Yeah.
But there are people who are really out there that really want to help. So I just pray over my organization, over your organization, that God aligns us with people who he wants us to be yoked up with, that's going to carry out the plan and purpose that he has for the organization, irrespective of ourselves. Who does he have for our organization? I pray that the Lord God sends him our way in this season.
I received that.
This season.
I put my hand up. I went to church.
I do that sometimes, but I'm sorry. That's who's kept me, okay? So right. I always got to talk about him. Mm-hmm. I have mad respect for him.
Yes, I sure do. I sure do too. I love that. You just gave me chills with that one. I feel good. I feel boost. I feel boost up.
Hey, listen, that's what you're supposed to feel when you're talking to me.
Right now.
We do that.
Listen, guys, if you feel boost up, drop a heart in the comments. Drop a heart. Let Ife know that you are listening and you are showing love. I just want to let you guys know that I love the fact that we're coming together. The togetherness is what's really important. We're not in competition with each other. We're both Black women coming together for one common cause. And all it takes is just having the conversation and being out there. That's all it takes. I want you guys to get the opportunity to do the same. So we are having another event March 11th. This is for Women's Month. And I'm giving you women, all of you, okay? I'm like Oprah. You get a car, you get a car, okay?
Okay.
And I'm doing a giveaway. If you are thinking about having a business or you already have a business and you want to level up your business, I'm doing the giveaway where you can get a logo, headshots, website creation, okay? I'm also linking you up with a social media manager. It gets no better than that. And if you are a first-time business owner and you do not have an LLC yet, I'm contributing to you getting an LLC. How great is that?
Now that's love. That's love right there.
Yep.
Because sometimes you don't even know where to begin. Like you have the idea, but you don't know what to do and how to get there. So for you to do all of that, God bless you, girl. God bless you.
It's not just by myself, guys. I forgot to shout out my girl, Brittany Johnson from To Her and Back. We're teaming up together. So you have to definitely RSVP for the March 11th event. Okay? You have to RSVP. You have to come on. It's going to be a live event. And we are getting business women together. The idea is for us to pair up other women like Ife and myself. We're pairing up. We both have organizations. And what we're doing is pairing up women together that have similarities in businesses and that can share the information because we're not in competition. You might know something that I need to know that will level up my business all the way. You never know, right? So, Ife, after I went on and ranted on, can you tell everyone where we can find you?
You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. Facebook and Instagram is pretty much where you can find me. Facebook and Instagram for now. For now, that's where I'm at.
Yes, and if we need to contact you, your email is
Boostherinc, nice and simple, boostherinc@gmail.com. You can look me up on Facebook, Boosther Inc. On Instagram, I'm also Boosther Inc.
Yes.
Nice and easy.
Go ahead and follow. Support, support, support. It is about support. Please go
Hey
on.
sis, can I plug something in right quick? Do I have your permission to do that? Okay. So this past January, we did a feminine hygiene drive where we collected menstrual products from pads, tampons, liners, deodorant, wipes, whatever, you name it. Anything to keep you nice and fresh as a woman. And our boxes are coming in within a week. So I'm so excited about that. But we are going to be donating these boxes to women organizations, a halfway house. And we're also going to be donating it to a local university for some of our sisters who may not have the resources that we consider basics. To them, it's kind of luxuries. And this month as well, we are going to be hosting, or we're going to be doing a giveaway too for a massage, a full body facial. Full body massage and a facial. So look out on Instagram Space so that you can find more information on that. But we are picking 3 lucky women again to have a facial and a body massage, a full body.
That's amazing. Listen, Woe Inc. will be contributing right away. I have a whole box of hygiene products, and I will be delivering them to you before the week is over.
What you say?
I'm serious.
Well, thank you.
I'm dropping it off. So, guys, follow along. If you are on my team and you guys are on the live and you want to contribute, please hit me up. I'll come get the stuff from you, and I'll drop them right off to Ife, okay?
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
No problem. And guys, please contact her.
Please definitely contact her. Contact her. Let her know what you want to do when it comes to joining the team, when it comes to contributing. Get on there. Support. It's about us supporting each other. It is Women's History Month. Did you know that today is Women's History Month?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
Now we are setting the trail. We are trailblazers for our future's children, and legacies to come. It is not only my legacy I'm building it for my sister's children and my sister's children. So let's get it pushing, okay? And support each other. All right, guys, I thank you so much for coming on the live. Thank you, Ife. You are amazing.
Thank you.
Overflow for Boosther. I'm excited. I'm excited for what's to come. Thank
Thank you
again.
so much. Thank you. It was an honor to be here tonight. Thank you for having me. Again, blessings over your business and your life.
Yes, thank you again. All right, good night, guys.
Good night.